Hey, how's everybody doing? Uh, New subscribers and subscribers and followers and loved ones, how are you doing? Thank you for coming to the Chemistry channel and page. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I had to share this moment with you. Uh, I come out to the park and nature because it's just part of my medicine. It's part of my regimen for keeping myself well and healthy. It's coming out here in nature and getting the energy, exchanging energy, cleansing energy, and also getting messages from my spirit guides. I had the most phenomenal experience today since I've been doing the healing work and walking. I've never considered myself a shaman. But I'm getting all these messages from the spirits. I'm getting all these messages through spirit, through nature, all around me that, this is the message. This is what, it is something. I don't even have words to describe how I feel right now because all these messages that I've been getting from spirit and from the ancestors, because I've been going down to the mounds as well. I've did my ritual at the mounds, and when I went down to the mounds to charge my dagger the other day, I immediately began to get messages from spirit, through nature, through the birds. The animals are messages as well. You didn't see that bird for nothing. You didn't see that fish for nothing. You're not seeing any things around you for nothing. It's a message in it. If we take the time to go out into nature and really pay attention. So I pulled up today. I've been coming to this park for 2 or 3 years. I do see unique species of birds here sometimes. And when I see those unique species of birds, I know that's a message for me. So when I first started coming to this part, I started seeing the crying. And I know what that meant. That meant I was going through a lot of changes in my life. There was a lot of maturity going on in my life. I was becoming, so to speak, an elder among my children. We're going into that grandmotherly stage where the mind shifts and more wisdom is able to come in. And so I knew I'd start going through that stage. But now when I came up here today, and I did a tarot card reading because since I've been doing the healing and really focusing on my spiritual journey, because that's what the healing is all about, really focusing on what spirit is trying to say to you. I did a reading last night, and it was a shamanic reading. I don't usually use those cards, but I used those cards last night to just see where I was on this, on this spiritual journey. And in the cards, it's got these animal symbolisms on them. It has a lot of symbolism on it. In these cards, the eagle came up, the mounds came up, and it was tripping me out because I had these cards for a long time, and I didn't really know that it had the mounds in there, and I was like, wow. And I had just did a mound ritual, I think it was Saturday. Yeah, I think it was Saturday when I went down to the mounds. Yeah, because it's the day before Mother's Day. And like I said, I went down to Toltec, and I instantly started seeing signs from the ancestors. I did my ritual, and I felt really good about it. I really felt confident. And then while I was leaving the area, I got so many signs. I went from the park at Toltec to the park at Willow Springs, and I ended up seeing the same species of bird. It was like the same birds was following me, and they were in bunches. And I was like, what the heck is that? I had never seen that bird, that kind of bird before. And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh my gosh, It was a red-winged blackbird, and I don't see those too often. So I knew the spirit was sending me a message. And then I get here today at this same park. I've seen a lot of osprey here at this park, but today when I pulled up, I seen the most beautiful eagle I have ever seen in my life. I have never seen an eagle that close up. It, oh my gosh. It was, it was breathtaking. I knew that there was a sign from spirit. And the more I questioned, it was like, is this really happening? It seemed like the Lord, this eagle, flew. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was trying to get to my phone, but I had misplaced it in the car, so I was trying to look for it. But I still want to document this moment, this day. I can't even believe what's happening. Like I said, I've never considered myself as a shaman. And when I actually just started doing the healing work, because see, I didn't know, because I was a survivor of so many things, I knew that I could help other people, because I didn't survive all that for nothing. I knew I didn't survive. It's still other birds, flying around me. I can't tell if they're eagles or not, but this one I knew, because it was totally matured. I mean, it was a matured bald eagle, because as they get older, they begin to turn white. So I guess that's their form of gray hair. I don't know. But as they get older, they begin to turn white. So they're dark until they become older. So I can't tell if these are osprey or are these eagles. But I definitely knew this one was a bald eagle. I definitely knew it flew low, so I can really get a big glimpse. And he was freaking huge and beautiful. Like I said, this experience, it is, when I started doing the healing work on myself. Is that him? When I started doing the healing work on myself, oh my gosh. I thought I was a survival. I knew that I had skills, spiritual skills, to help people, because it takes somebody with spiritual strength to endure traumas. It takes spiritual strength to go through some of the things that we go through, and it builds our experience. It builds our experience, and it gives us a closer connection to the spiritual realm when we're able to go through those things. But now that I'm really just doing the healing work, my spiritual experiences are becoming more and more profound. And like, I wasn't sure when I did that reading on myself. And that's something with us readers, we have a problem with. When you read yourself, you kind of, because you're kind of like subjective or whatever. So you kind of doubt the information when you're reading yourself, because you feel like the information is compromised. I don't know. That could just be me. Because I've been getting messages from spirit, reading myself on this healing thing, and I'm like, there's no possible way this can happen, and it happens just the way the spirit says that it's going to happen. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And today I seen this bald eagle I don't actually ever see in this park. I mostly see ducks, but I have seen some rarity. I know when I see a rare bird, it's because spirit is giving me a message, and I have to pay attention. When I see that rare, I'm like, I've never seen this bird here before. I know it is a message for me, so I really need to pay attention what kind of bird this is and look up the meaning of it. Why am I seeing it? And I can easily Google it and find out, okay, this is the message that. And usually the message is always right that I get in nature, if I pay attention. So, yeah. But I just thought I would share that with you. This journey has been cool. It's heck, yeah. I went, I was devastated when I first found out that I needed to heal from this, but it's been freaking rewarding. Going down this journey, it's been freaking rewarding. I'm still seeing these big, huge birds. I don't see the eagle anymore, but even those are messages. But I thought I would share this video with you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me and subscribing through the to the channel. Like and share our videos. If you know of anyone else that's going through this, shamanic journey, share this video with them, because there is not enough information out there on these things that happens when you start, because it's like your whole reality and everything just shifts. It's so undescribable. You can't put it into words. I don't know. It's like you're able to see things that other people can't see, but y'all looking at the same thing. Do that make sense? Y'all looking at the same thing, but you're able to pick up things they don't even pick up. But y'all looking at the same thing, and you can't even talk about it with them because you'll be looked at as insane. I don't know. That's how it is for me. That's why I had to share it today with you. It just described to you what living in the spiritual realm is really like when you start receiving messages from things around you, people around you. It's really a trip. It trips you out. It really trips you out. So I just had to share this video with y'all and just let you know, always be looking for messages in nature. What bird is singing, what fish is jumping out the water. On my walk, I'm always looking at all this. I call it a spirit walk. When I go out in nature and I have a question, I start looking for signs, or I need confirmation about something. I start going out into nature and start looking at, because this is what our ancestors did. I've totally said it's okay for the spirits to give me messages. But but you have to be willing to pay attention and surrender. Surrender to the messages and really, really pay attention. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing, and that's what my life is like. And now I'm seeing the crying again. The crying is just landed after seeing the eagle. So, again, these are signs in nature that we're supposed to be paying attention to. And then when you do start to awaken, what trips you out, because what tripped me out of my spiritual awakening, if anybody been following my channel, is some of the things the spirit, was showing me and taking me through. They was trying to tell me something right then. I'd be like, oh, that's what you was trying to tell me? Because when you awaken, you start looking at all the ways they were trying to tell you something, and you missed the message. And you just like, oh, I missed that message. Oh, my gosh, I missed that message. And you realize the spirit been trying to talk to you all the time. I'm seeing that, too. So when they show you, look, we was trying to tell you right here. You missed the message. And I'm just like, oh, my gosh. So it's a deepening process. You're like, how do you know you're real? I'm going to talk about that too, because once this started happening to me, it really made me look at what was reality and what is an illusion. But I'm going to talk about that in my next video. But I just had to share this experience with you guys. I just had to share this experience with you guys. And because it's so, it's so hard to put into words. And so I just imagine anybody else going on this journey, I know they have a difficult time with explaining what's going on, because it's almost like you're in a movie. I don't know. It's something that's like, it's not you. Once you start healing and start seeing things from other perspectives and looking deeper into things. But I'm not going to get too deep with this. I'm going to make a video on reality and illusion, because once I start doing this healing work, I really wanted to look at what was real and what was not real. But thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Like our videos, share our videos. I just had to go more deeper into that. Okay, and I just found a feather, so I'm thinking about picking it up. I don't know. Okay, have a good day. Light and love, may the ancestors be with you.